Hello, welcome to the first session on decimals. We will be taking up operations of decimal first. But before moving on, just to recall what we have learned in the previous year, I guess. That was a decimal fraction. What's a decimal fraction? A fraction whose denominator is 10 or a power of 10. That means if I am writing 2 by 10, if I am writing 5 by 100, because 100 can be expressed as 10 to the power 2. These are called the decimal fractions. Now a few more terms like which you might have come across as like terms. We're discussing here, right? We're talking about not like terms. We're talking about like decimals. So used to saying like terms. Like decimals means the decimals which have the same number of decimal places. Like if I write 23.45, you have 2 decimal places. Then I write 45.34. So these are called like decimals, where the decimal places are same. And what are unlike decimals? Just the opposite of it, when the decimal places are not equal. So if I'm writing 3.45 and the other one can be 2.567 and the last one can be 1.2. So the decimal places in the 3 of these examples are different, so they are called unlike decimals. Before moving on to addition, the first operation of decimal, we need to know one important property of decimal. That if you add zeros after the last digit of the decimal representation, the decimal number doesn't change the value. What I mean is, if you have written, suppose the first example, which we have written as 23.45. If I add zeros at the end, that won't, as many zeros as required, it won't change the value of 23.45, but you can't do so at the beginning of the number. See, the beginning of the number, I mean, is if you add on zeros here, that won't make much of difference. That actually is counted. But you can't put zeros in between the numbers. Obviously that will change the value of it. Why I'm saying this? Because in addition, which I move on further, first I have to write down the decimals in vertical form, keeping the decimal at a one vertical line. Suppose we are given to add 6.75 when actually you have this unlike decimals 4.3 and some 2.9870. What you will do is, here you write one below the other as you generally write in addition. So it will be 6.75, then you have 4.3. Now the previous decimal, the first decimal had 2 decimal places, but the second one has only 1, but you can make it 2 decimal places by adding a 0. The next one can be 2.987. Now you have another decimal which has 3 decimal places. The above 2 did not have, so you add on a 0, you add on another 0 here. I told you this addition of zeros doesn't make difference to the decimal fraction. Now if I add them, what do we get? The unit place I can see will get a 7. This is a simple addition as you generally do. And then this is 13. I'll keep 3 here in the tens place, carry 1 up. That will make it 20, so a 0 here. Again carry a 2, so it is 14. The decimal should be put below on the vertical line. So your addition is 14.037. We would do a similar method in subtraction as well. Let me take up a subtraction question right down here. Subtract 6.473 from 17.589. We'll write 17.589 first because from that we have to subtract. So it is, I'll just be giving a little space. Now, we have to write the decimal below. So before it, I have 1, which is 6 here, and then we have 473. I don't have to add on a 0 because they are like decimals. Now we subtract as you generally do. This will be 6 here in the unit place, the 100 place, the tens place will be 1. This is again 1, the 100th place actually. The decimal will be as it is, and then you have 1, and there also you have 1. So this is the simplest of addition and subtraction of decimals. You just write the decimals in a vertical column and add or subtract. We now would take either word problem or simplifications. I write a simplification question here. This is a simplify. 4.346 minus 1.16 plus 3.402, and then again it is a minus. When you get such simplifications, we'll do one more as well. Such simplifications, what you do is collect the like terms. Like terms, when I mean here is about the additions. Like the first one I have is 4.346, and another one is here which is 3.402, and the next one is 3.402. Then you have two subtractions, keep them in bracket as well, that is 1.16 and the other one is 2.3. As because I have put on a bracket, I made this 2.3 a plus as well. Now you add these two. The 4.34, I'll just do a little rough work somewhere here. So our rough work would ask us to add like 4.346, and it will be, you don't have to add any zeros, they are the like decimals. If you add them, you will get, this is the 8, then you get 10th place is 4, the 10th place is 7, 100th place was 4, and this is 7. So I'm getting 7.748. 7.748. You also have to add, I'm doing the rough out here, it is 1.16. We'll have to add 2.3, so I need to add a 0 so that I make them like decimals, and then you add it. So this will be 6 here, this is 4, and there is a decimal, and this is 3. Now I need to subtract this here, which is 3.46. As because there is some space left, I'll be doing it here. This is the one which we didn't take in the subtraction to show how we need to add a 0 and how important it becomes. Here, as because they are not alike decimals, I will add on a 0 to it. They were making it 3.460, and then you subtract it simply. This is 8. 100th place will be 8. 10th place will then be, as you have carried one out, it becomes 6, so it is 2, and this will be 4. So it is 4.288. It's 4.288, right? This was a simplification. We take up another one. Let me look for one wherein they have unlike decimals again. I write the question here. It says simplify, and the question reads as, it is 100 minus 3.067 is minus 33.0689 minus 21.2. In this question again, if you see, except for 100, the rest of them are all subtraction. So collect them together. I'll put them in bracket. So I'll write 100 minus, and in the bracket I'll write all these as additions. See, this is a better way of doing it. There are few, you will come across a solution wherein they are subtracting each of them at one go, like we'll subtract 3.067 from 100, the result, and then they would again subtract 33.0689 from that result. Whatever you get here will again be subtracting 21.2. But instead of doing that, I would suggest this being the safest method, and you won't have to do much of subtraction as well. So collect them, make them, add them, 33.0689. Also, you have 21.2. I will be needing some space to add this, and I'm doing it here. I will be just writing it here. I think it changed the color, so the rough work will be here 3.067. Below here I'll write it as 33 point, so it is 33.0689, and again I have 21.2. To add them, we have to actually add a few zeros to make them all like decimals. I'll be adding the zeros in some other color just to show you the difference. Wait, here I need a 0, there you need 3 of them, right? Now you simply add them. Thousandths place, this is 9 here, here it will be a 9, then it is 7, 8 is 15. If I carry 1, then 12 plus 1 is 13. I again will carry 1. That will give me a 3. The decimal will be as it is, sorry, as the position where it is. Then it is 3 plus 3 is 6 plus 1, that's 7, and then you have 5 here. We will now be subtracting this from 100. So it is 100 minus 57.335. Again, we need to do some rough work. I'll write 100 here, 100. Now if you see the one which we are subtracting from 100, that is 57.335, has 3 decimal places, so we will be adding 3 decimal places here as well. And then I have 57.335 to subtract. Let's see. We will be carrying, if you carry this 1 from the previous number, I'm giving it a 10. 10 minus 5 here will give us a 5. This is a simple subtraction, keeping the decimal place as it is. So it is 5, and then it will be 6 because we have carried 1 already. So this will be 6 here. Again, we will be getting a 6 for the same reason, by giving the decimal be as it is, where it is. Then I'll be getting 2, and then it is 4. Hope I did it right. So it is 42.667 will be the answer. 42.665, sorry, will be the answer. We'll, in the next session, or the video session, we'll be taking up a few of the word problems as well, and then move on to the next operations, that is the multiplication as well as the division. Thank you.